G'day traders, Stacy Burke from Stacy Burke Trading. Today, daily currency levels for April 22nd, Wednesday. Just looking at our calendar, no major news left on today's calendar. We already had Australian retail sales. President Trump spoke earlier this morning. Wednesday, April 22nd. First up is our pound Australian. And yesterday we saw that 4-hour chart retest the high of the week before dropping down and stopping out last week's lows. We had a pin hammer stopped out from earlier in the week. Those stops have since been hit, and that 9,500 area potentially acting as an area of support, that pin reaching down into that lower 250 pip box. We'll see if that area holds as support today. Stops up towards the high of the week, up in that upper 97.50 area. When we look at our 15-minute chart, we can see yesterday stops were hit on the way down and Monday's low taken out before consolidating into the close and then going just above 95.50 where sellers entered the market to drive that market down to the 9,400 area before pinning and pulling back up to the double zeros, taking out yesterday's low. Again, currently this 9,500 level may act as support for a retest of the high of the day, stopping out traders who were short in the Asian session. We'll just put a little ellipse around that short candle from earlier this morning, and again stops above both those levels if the market were to find support at that 9,500 area. Today's Wednesday. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So again, this could be an area where we find that midweek reversal and support off of 9,500. Next up, we have the pound Canadian. And again, if we look at our 4-hour chart, we can see that that market took out stops from earlier in the week and also break-even traders from last week. And we have stops down at the lows of last week at the 73.40 area. Currently that market, just reverse this to clean that out a bit. We have short traders who have entered that market up top at the high of the week, who have their stops above that upper boundary. I'll just tidy this up. 76.25 area. And shifting that up. Stops below the low of the week. So again, this 7,500 area potentially acting as an area of support. We do have an engulfment on this 4-hour chart, but again, that 7,500 level could act as support. The market does have the potential to possibly reverse off this double bottom formation on a smaller time frame to retest or stop hunt traders who are short with stops at that 75.50 level. When we look at our 15-minute chart, again, we'll just blow this up a bit. That 7,600 area from Tuesday still has traders who are short up top. We have stops above last night's US session and above today's Asian highs, which are being tested right now and cleaned out. So again, this 7,500 area, we have short traders from last night's session. Again, those break-even stops have been hit. If the market was to find resistance up in this upper box, we could see a retest of today's low as well as yesterday's low. Currently that 75.50 area is the median price area. As we head into the end of Asia, checking out the pound Swiss. Again, looking at our 4-hour chart, that consolidation broke through yesterday, taking out stops from 2 weeks ago and testing stops from 3 weeks ago. We still have more stops below this, but we may find support in that 1900 area for a retest of this 2000 level upper box. currently still sideways inside of that 250 pip box in the upper half, having hit stops from 2 and 3 weeks ago. When we look at our 15-minute chart, and again, just looking at that 4-hour, we have a bit of a capitulation, so we definitely may see that 2000 area retested. When we look at our 15-minute chart, we can see that that micro trend line from yesterday indeed held, and then the trend accelerated down through that 1900 level before pulling back and retesting it this morning. We have a creeper back down to that level. We could see that 1900 act as support for a retest back up through the high of the day and possibly back into yesterday's range. If we were to break through that 1900 area, we could see that market roll over and retest yesterday's low for a continuation of that move down. Currently sideways above the double zeros, we could see that 1900 area act as support. Next up, we have our pound yen, and again, this market had a bit of a capitulation move yesterday, breaking out of that upper engulfment box, taking out stops from last week, clearing out stops from a few weeks ago, and retesting that breakout level just above that 3200 area where we've gone into consolidation between 3250 and 3200. We do have stops down below that 3060, 3050 area, and we have stops above yesterday's breakout. When we go to our 15-minute chart, we can see those profitable trades are still intact with stops above those highs. And again, today's high, stops above today's high where the market rolled over off of that 3250 area. But we also have one push down, two pushes down, and a 1, 2, possibly a third push into that 3200 level. So we could see this area potentially act as a support area for a retest of the high and possibly a retest on yesterday's range. If this market was to roll over at 3250, which is a major quarterly level, we could see that market roll back through the low of the day for a measured move down. Again, 3250 will be a good indication of support or resistance. Pound New Zealand, again, we saw that market had long traders off the bottom, short traders off the top of that 250 pip box. We came down yesterday, stop hunting break-even traders, pinning them a second time. We're in a consolidation between the 665 area and that 550 area. So 150 pips, 100 pips roughly of consolidation. We have pins on the bottom and the top. That market is currently trading sideways. On our 4-hour chart, we have stops below both of those levels from from this week and from last week, as well as stops above the high of the week, above that 800 level box. When we look at our 15-minute chart, we can see that yesterday's low has been pinned early in Asia. We have traders short from the high of the day and then from the Asian session, with that market pinned down into that lower part of the double zero box, and we've since just rolled over again from that 600 level box. So again, this 50 area may act as support. We could go sideways at double zeros for a retest of today and yesterday's highs, hitting stops on the way back up. And lastly, our pound USD. Again, we saw that market capitulate yesterday, taking out stops all the way down from 2 weeks ago, pinning the lower part of that 2250 box before pulling back. We have stops, break-even stops from that breakout trade 2 weeks ago. The market may continue to fall through and retest that 2250 level. We also have stops up at the high of the week. It's a fairly strong, fast move down. As you can see on our 15-minute chart, we have stops all the way down above those highs, including today's high. Yesterday's low, traders entered in on an engulfment into the end of the U.S. session. We have stops below there at yesterday's low. The market came up to the 2300 level, hitting it once, twice, and 3 times, and has weekly rolled over. Again, depending on how the market handles this lower part of the box, if it protects that level, we may see that market break through that 2300 level. If the market was to break down through and retest yesterday's low, it may find support somewhere down in that lower part of the box, or break through the high of the day to sit on top of that 2300 and retest some of the stops in that upper part of yesterday's trading range. So hopefully you got some value out of today's video, traders. Again, stick to your trading plan, stick to round numbers, look for movement at the equity opens, keep your risk tight, look for asymmetrical risk reward, keep it simple. Just a quote by David Tepper: there is a time to make money and a time to not lose money. So again, if we are into volatile markets, obviously that's a great opportunity to make money. Keep your losses tight, stick to asymmetrical risk reward, focus on executing your trading plan and mastering the trading process. Have a great trading day, and may the markets go with you.
Hi traders, it's Stacy Burke from Stacy Burke Trading. If you haven't done so, please head over to my website at stacyburketrading.com. I create updates on almost a daily basis, and I would love for you to receive them. Just click on the blog. If you want to enter your name and your email address, I'll send you my free audio program, The 7-Step Daily Routine for High Performance Traders. This is essential knowledge for all traders in all markets, and this is for helping traders to master the market with discipline, confidence, and a winning mindset. I appreciate all your feedback and comments. As always, traders, stay disciplined, and may the markets go with you.